Welcome. Today, we're going to dive into an ancient story that feels honestly like it could have been written yesterday. It's a tale about this incredible bull, a man who's down on his luck, and a massive bet that all comes down to the power of just a few words.
I mean, think about it. Can the words we choose really, truly shape our reality? Can they be the difference between failure and success? Well, this story, the Nandi Vizela Jataka, gives a resounding yes, and it shows us exactly how.
So, our story kicks off with the Buddha. He notices a group of his monks, and they're kind of getting at each other, using rough, sarcastic, and just plain hurtful language. So, to teach them a lesson they wouldn't forget, he decides to tell them a story from one of his own past lives.
So in this past life, the Buddha was born as this extraordinary bull named Nanda Visala. He was raised by a very kind but very poor Brahmin. And this man didn't treat him like an animal, he treated him like his own son, sharing the best food he had and just showering him with love. And this incredible bond of respect grew between them.
Now, Nandi Visala wasn't just any bull. He was a bodhisattva, a being on the path to becoming a Buddha. So he was not only super strong, but also incredibly wise. And seeing how poor his owner was, he really wanted to repay all the kindness he'd been shown. So he comes up with this really bold plan, one that relied completely on his amazing strength. He tells the Brahmin, go into the city and make a bet.
So the Brahmin, with total faith in his beloved bull, goes to the wealthiest merchant in town and makes a jaw-dropping bet. He wagers 1,000 coins that his bull, Nandi Visala, can pull 100 fully loaded carts all by himself.
Okay, so the stage is set for what seems like an impossible task. Just picture it, 100 heavy carts, each one packed with sand, gravel, and stone. They're all tied together in this one massive long chain. And at the very front is our hero, Nanda Visala, ready to pull. The whole city has turned out to watch.
The crowd goes quiet. The merchant's got this little smirk on his face. And the Brahmin, feeling all that pressure, he grabs his stick and instead of speaking with the love that's actually in his heart, he yells out, "Go on, you crooked bull! Pull, you crooked bull!"
And what happens? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nandi Visala doesn't even flinch. He hears that insult, that word crooked, from the man who raised him like a son, and he just plants his feet like they're pillars of stone. It's this silent, powerful protest.
And just like that, the bet is lost. The Brahmin is totally humiliated, not to mention financially ruined. He has to pay out the 1,000 coins, all because of a couple of words he chose in a moment of stress. He just goes home, completely heartbroken, and collapses in sorrow.
Later on, while the Brahmin is just lying there, consumed by his grief, Nandi Visala comes up to him. And in that moment, the bull actually speaks, asking his owner why he's so incredibly sad.
And the bull's wisdom is just wow. He basically says, look, in all the years I've lived with you, have I ever broken anything? Ever caused any trouble? No. So why would you call me crooked, a word for something that's flawed or dishonest? The problem today wasn't my strength. It was your words. The fault is yours.
But here's the amazing part. Nandi Visala doesn't just blame him. He gives him a way to fix it. He tells the Brahmin, go back, make the same bet, but this time for double the money. Just please, this time use words that are true. Don't call me something I'm not.
The Brahmin, having just learned this massive, painful lesson, trusts his bull completely. He goes right back to that merchant, filled with a totally new kind of confidence, and he proposes a second bet. So now the stakes are doubled. We're talking 2,000 coins. The exact same 100 carts are loaded up. They're tied together in the exact same way. Everything is identical to the first time, with one single game-changing exception. This time, there's no yelling. The Brahmin walks up, gently strokes Nandi Visala's back, and just speaks from the heart. With words full of love and respect, he says, go on, my good fellow. Pull on, my good fellow. And you know what happens? Fired up by those kind, true words, Nanda Visala leans into the yoke, and with one massive, incredible pull, he moves the entire train of 100 carts. He pulls them so far that the very last cart ends up right where the first one started. It's a miracle. The Brahmin wins the 2,000 coins, but it doesn't even stop there. The crowd is just so blown away by this display of strength and this beautiful bond between them that they shower them with even more money. In an instant, the Brahmin's entire life is changed, all because he swapped harsh words for kind ones.
So,
After telling this story, the Buddha turns back to those monks who'd been arguing. He connects the lesson from that past life directly to their lives right now, spelling out the timeless moral of the tale.
He basically explained that pleasant words aren't just nice, they're productive. They actually create success. And harsh words don't just hurt feelings, they create failure. Just like the Brahmin's kind words empowered Nandi Visala to do the impossible, our words can empower everyone around us.
So what exactly is pleasant speech? Well, the old texts break it down like this. It's not about being fake or just flattering people. It's about being sincere. It's speech that's sweet, melodious, gentle, tender, and most importantly, it comes from a place of truth and real kindness.
And then the Buddha drops the final incredible piece of the puzzle. He reveals that the poor Brahmin from the story had been reborn as his most loyal attendant, Ananda. And that wise, powerful bull, Nandavisala, that was the Buddha himself. So he wasn't just telling some random story. He was sharing a lesson he had lived and learned across lifetimes.
And that really brings it all home for us, doesn't it? Just like that Brahmin, we face our own challenges every single day. The words we use with our friends, our family, even the words we say to ourselves, they can either be like calling a noble bull crooked, stopping all progress dead in its tracks, or they can be that kind encouragement that literally moves mountains. So, the lesson from this incredible tale isn't some complex philosophy, it's a simple, powerful practice. May the words you choose bring strength to others and success in your own life. May you all be happy.